Hey y'all, welcome to my channel. This is Straight Facts Commentary where I give you my unpopular opinions in everything pop culture. So please stick around and subscribe for more. Hey y'all, I am back again with another video, and in today's video, you see the title, we are going to be speaking about Doja Cat and her Scarlett Deluxe. I wouldn't necessarily say a review, but just me kind of rambling about the album. So if you're interested in talking about it in general, pop, hip hop, female rap, conspiracy theories, trending topics, honestly whatever I feel like talking about, then go on ahead and subscribe and let's get into this video. Okay, so as we do know, Doja Cat just dropped the Scarlett Deluxe. I listened to it a little last night and then I listened to it a couple of times today. If you guys are not new to this channel, you guys know I already released a video saying, I don't really think we need the Scarlett Deluxe. And it was just more my personal opinion, of course. I'm sure there's some people dying to get the Scarlett Deluxe from Doja. However, I wasn't necessarily the most anticipated to receive it, but it's here, so I listened to it and I want to kind of ramble about and talk about it. It's not necessarily like a concentrated review or something like that. Definitely not. I just wanted to talk about a couple of songs that I liked, I guess, and just the overall feel that I have about this deluxe. So basically before I get into anything, I want to say all in all this deluxe was just meh. Just to set the tone for what I'm even about to say. In general, this deluxe was just it was okay. You know what I'm saying? It was okay. A song that I really liked and that I thought was pretty vibey that I think could go somewhere for GP and other people outside of fans listening to it is Acknowledge Me. I really liked the beat. I think it was catchy. I think it was vibey. I think it was flowy. I like that she was talking about her relationship turmoil and getting into some gritty stuff in regards to her relationship. I was like, damn, okay, girl, spill the tea for us. Like, Jesus. I wasn't expecting for her to say half the stuff she said in that record. So I like the subject. I like the sound of it. That song I feel like could potentially go somewhere with the general public. I didn't really care for the song Urge. I think it was featuring Travis Scott, right? Wait, was it Travis Scott? Hold on. Actually, let me check. I just checked. Oh my gosh, I have my sis fucked up. Did I say Travis Scott? I meant ASAP Rocky. I'm so sorry. Okay, I totally know why I said that because don't they look exactly the same? I'm sorry. Some people say they don't see it, but Travis Scott and ASAP Rocky look like they could be brothers or at least cousins. Like, what? They look exactly the same. That is the only reason why I said that. Not because their music is similar in any way. It's just because looking at those two names, I automatically think about the same person. Anyway, for me personally, like I was saying, Urge was okay. Okay at best. It's not really amazing in any way. Then the next song is Okay Loser. That song was okay. Again, nothing specifically about that song jumped out at me. Was like, oh my gosh, yeah, this is a standout track or a standout record. It was fine. The next song I wanted to mention is Mask featuring Tizo Touchdown. And I really like this one. This one was totally vibey, was totally chill, was spacey and it wavy. I like the whole feel of it. It feels like I'm high, but but not. It feels like a cloudy, vibey type of feel. Boy, we way too grown for this shit. And then she dropped down an octave or two. It's like, okay, girl. And then Tizo, he did good on his verse. Please, he ate his verse. It was great. It was great. His voice is so beautiful. I love it. So that song really did something for me. But at the same time, with that song being pretty decent, it sounds like Agora Hills 2.0, but a chilled, slowed down, mature version, if that makes sense. It feels familiar, but in a good way. It's like the flip side of it. So I will give Mask something. I will give it something. And then there's Piss, Head High, and Disrespectful, which are just fine. They're forgettable records for me personally. I know there's probably going to be somebody who's in love with the entire EP, the entire deluxe, and everything is amazing for you, and that's wonderful. But for me, those are forgettable. So for me personally, the standouts from this deluxe are Acknowledge Me and Mask. Those are the ones that I can remember the most and that I could see myself quoting or coming back to the most often. But honestly, for me, with the exception of those 2 tracks that I mentioned, this deluxe just feels like a bunch of songs that didn't necessarily make the cut for Scarlett, that she's just kind of putting out. Some could argue that that is what deluxes are, songs that didn't necessarily make the cut, but they're putting on to a second, portion of the album. But my point is, they just kind of sound like filler tracks. Like I said in my last video in regards to Doja, I just didn't feel like we needed a Scarlett Deluxe. Like, the Scarlett album was already pretty decent on its own. It had a bunch of decent tracks that I personally still stream occasionally, but I don't know, the deluxe was just It was okay. It was okay. Because of how different Scarlett is sonically to her last projects like Planet Her and Hot Pink, I am definitely curious to see in what direction she's gonna go for her second album. Not her second album, but you guys know what I mean. Her next album. I have no idea directionally what to expect from her, and I'm always gonna be here for it because, like I said, like Scarlett wasn't a bad album, even though a lot of people didn't necessarily care for it as much in comparison to her last 2 projects. It still wasn't bad. So I'm going to be curious as to what she does next for sure. But you guys let me know what you thought of the deluxe, and that's really it for this one. I'll talk to you next time.